G'day viewers, I've had this boombox for a number of years now. It's a model CFD V10 Sony. Obviously made in China, but it's pretty good. It's got clean bass, it sounds nice and clear. Radio reception could be a little better, but it's not too bad. It's just as good as that GE one. But yeah, I got this given to me. The antenna was missing, so I've had this repaired under it. You see the antenna's actually been snapped off and the plastic's all brittle, so had this modification. I put some fabric type bandage here, because with the bass, this battery door used to rattle a lot of the time. This little bit of cloth here fixed it, and there's no rattles on it whatsoever. CD player works real well, cassette player works real well. Yeah, it's gonna pull it apart and give it a clean, because the volume control is really scratchy. It doesn't yeah, it's a bit noisy, so I'm gonna pull it apart and give it a clean. There's an awful lot of dust and muck inside this, so yeah. So I didn't give it a demonstration before I pull it apart and see how well it works. Okay, if you were to demonstrate the tape, nothing in there, but you can see the noise. Bit of noise in the controls. Auto stop there on and there's no tape. Panasonic had a feature where you have play, it'll have cue feature and it would rewind a tape as it was playing it. Probably wouldn't wear the tape out, but yeah, it's just a way of so you can hear exactly what part of the song you were getting up to. So you just cue it and go again. Only disadvantage though, it's got a very easily skipped CD. Whenever I turn the volume up, any slight bass bumps the CD. So, but I can overcome that by using the FM transmitter or a cassette adapter for a portable CD player, and that will just overcome that problem, and I can listen to anything with high bass or a CD without having to use that jumping all the time. So I tune a radio station in here. Just chuck that outside.
Down the tube, you've blown .053. Come to the station, said the officer. She went to the station. At Manly Station, I tried not to cry. Yes, it seems, as I said,
talkback radio. It hasn't got, it does have stereo, but it doesn't have a little stereo lamp that tells you that it's on stereo, so let's try AM.
To the stomach to actually check which baby was which, and they've got a sample from the sac of the healthy baby, the protective sac that baby was in, and they said, right, this is the...
Alright, I'm trying to open it up and clean these controls and just do a bit of maintenance on it, because it's been a long time since I last used this. Alright, viewers, it's the best I could pull it apart without straining the cables too much here. Turn this around. Relatively good quality inside this. Toshiba integrated circuit, Sony integrated circuit, main amplifier there, VEC 470 microfarad 16 volt filter capacitor, YEC capacitors I should say, not VEC. Speakers are 2.8 ohms 4 watt Sony. Genuine Sony speakers. Nice big gear on the tuning capacitor there. There's the AM antenna. Big bass reflex body. Turn it around. There's a volume control there. I've got to clean with a contact cleaner. It's a bit noisy, as I said before. The Billion brand power transformer, 1997 is a date code. So this is a late 90s boombox. There's a separate power supply board there with a fuse. There's some tantalum oxide disc shaped capacitors and some rectifier diodes. Relatively thick windings on the secondary of that transformer too, so that'd be a probably at least, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 amps output max, even 5 amp output in that transformer. At most. And there's the audio amplifier there, the back of it. The blue capacitors, I don't know what brand they are. Leon brand. Try and turn it around here without damaging anything. Otherwise unplug both ends just for extra safety precaution before you pull apart anything like this. Oops, there you go, the knob just came off and the front cover came off. I'll be very careful there, and there's the rest of the components. Little miniature small shape components here. It's another integrated circuit there. It's all genuine Sony stuff. That's, yeah, be careful how I put this back together, otherwise the dial will be off, so I'm going to leave that as it is. Don't move that. Clean these controls. And it should be right, and it should be less noisy. Might have to clean that one too, just for keep it clean. So I said there's no stereo indicator LED on this. There's a CD player board up there, the cassette part, the mechanism. So yeah, pretty good quality little boombox. There's where the power goes in. It must be a hybrid type IC amplifier, because half of it would be for the power supply switching as well, I'm assuming. Just as an extra safety precaution and for longevity, just move that away a bit in case it gets a little bit too warm on that capacitor. There you go. Can't really see the markings on that integrated circuit. But yeah, it's time to put it back together and see how clean these controls sound after I clean them. Not much left in this can at all. Yeah, that's empty. No gas left in it, but still liquid. Hate it when that happens. The aerosol runs out, but there's still liquid in the can. There is a redneck alternative to fix that. You get yourself a compressed air blower that fits in the shaft or the actual valve of this can. It fits in nicely. You press it in, fill it with compressed air, and fill the can. Just as it starts to get a bit warm, that's it, stopped, and that's pressurised, so you can get the remaining contents out. So yeah, let's put this back together and demonstrate it. Viewers, it's all back together. For my antenna, I'm just using UHF antenna, my booster antenna, this wire script on. That should work fine. Put the radio on. Try AM.
Make a birthday, or I'd love to. I've got short.
I've taken a couple of statements from people.
That's 5 RM.
If people have got
nice, clean, smooth operating volume control now, no noise.
so they can ring, so they can deal with you.
Try FM. '88. Really weak station. That antenna's working pretty good on this out there. Weak station there. Very weak station there, can barely hear that one. I think that, although the dial's not very accurate the way they set it up, I think that'd be Magic 93.1 from Berry, South Australia, so that's about 150 kilometres away from here. Don't know what that station is.
He stated he did not know if the Commissioner
That's local station.
liberal view and that he may not stay. In fact, he may choose to retire. These earlier comments of
Another local station.
Difficulty.
Very good reception now. Very good reception, so that's working quite well now. So there you go. All clean up and working like new now, so yeah. Thanks for watching.